Hello Year 3 and welcome to Maths. It's happy Friday to everybody, and we're going to get ready to do our arithmetic. You've got your 3 columns of work there. You've got missing numbers for the bronze this morning. So 4 times something is 8. So count up in 4s. 4, 8, and that's 2 of them. Okay, so that's your missing number. So you've got some doubling to do, some 6 add 6, so that's double the numbers all the way down by the looks of that, and another 1-digit number, and some division using your multiplication facts for your gold. Okay. And I'm going to pop the answers up for you now. And hopefully you'll get some of those right. And I can take those off now and regroup a little bit. We are going to recall and use multiplication facts today. We are going to hammer those facts home, and we're going to get our amazing times tables going and using them for division facts. There's little games for you to do, and I'm hoping that some of those times tables, those tricky ones that you know, they're not all easy to do, and they, you know, we need to keep learning those. So we're gonna see what we can do to remember those multiplication facts. Okay, so your starter is measuring the capacity of the drink jar. So the capacity, can you remember what that means? Yeah, it's the whole amount of the container. Okay, it's the amount of liquid that you can fit into the container. So that's been poured into 2 beakers, and a little bit over left into the 3rd beaker. And so if you write those in, or write them in your book, and I'll put the answer up for you in a second. So you've got 2 full litres there. So you just have 2 litres, and the last little 500 millilitre beaker, you have 200 millilitres in there. So it's 2 litres, 200 millilitres. Okay, your next one is for the cool starter, and it's Lara emptied the water from the bottle into the cups. The bottle was full, so that means that it's the capacity of that bottle that has been measured. So it says complete the sentence. The capacity of the bottle is how many cups? And you should have 8 in that one. And we're going to have a little talk now. We've got Alan the Alien says that if you double the answers in the 2 times table twice, you get the answer for the 8 times table. So what you have to have a think about this, and you want to check it and make sure, you know, what he's saying is right or wrong. If you agree with him or you don't disagree with him, you can check it with 3 times 2, and we'll have a little look at that one in a minute. Can you check it with 3 times 2 and get the answer for 3 times 8 by doubling the answers in the 2 times table twice to get the answer for the 8 times table? And do you know of any, can you think of any other ways to help you remember your times table? Is there a special way of doing it? Is there something you do on your hands? Is there a song technique for one of them? Is there a silly rhyme that you know for one of the tricky ones? Have a think about that, because those little tips and memory tricks are really good for remembering these facts. Okay, and don't forget, they open a world of higher numbers now. We're really good at doing our place value and using them for higher numbers. They are brilliant. They're really core to the work that you'll be doing in Key Stage 2 and beyond. Okay. So let's have a think about that. If we double the answers, if we check that one for the 3 times 2, if we think about the answer for that one, 3 lots of 2, 3 times 2 is 6. And it says if you double the answer twice, so let's double 6 and we get 12. So that's doubling it once. And now if we get 12 and we double it again, 12 add 12 is 24. That should be the answer for the same, for the 8's times table. So if we look at that and we've got 3 times 8, is the answer to 3 times 8 24? And it is. Alan is right on with his maths. He has explained that really well. So let's try it with 5 times 2. Let's see if that works. 5 times 2 is 10. If we double 10, we get 20. And if we double 20, we get 40. Okay, and now if we do 5 times 8, we get 40. So it does work. Oh my goodness, that's great, isn't it? We knew that we could do it for the 2's to get the 4's, and we've done it to get the 4's to get the 8's, but we've never done it in 2 jumps like that. So that's really worked. You can do it for the 3's. What would you have? What times table would you get if you did it for the 3's? If you double the 3's, you'd get the answers for the 6's. Okay, and if you double the 6's, you'd get the answers for the double 6's, 12. And if you double 12, you'd get the 24 times table. Amazing. The world is our oyster. We can do numbers. One of the little activities for you today is this little race around the clock, and I will show you what to do with this. We've had target. I think we've done target multiplications, and this is very similar. It's a way of practicing all your multiplications out of order as well, which is really useful, because the step counting is great, like skip counting, but to know them really quickly and sort of off by heart is a really, it's really what we want. We want those quick recall. So for instance, if we have the 5 times table, we then go to the start and we go to number 2, and we say 5 times 2 or 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 5, 50. 1 times 5, 5. 9 times 5, 45. 3 times 5, 15. 4 times 5, 20. And we just did 5 times 8, which was 40. And I think that's it actually for those. So you can see how that goes around the track. So this is the track and it goes round the corner. That's why I wanted to see you. I wanted you to see this going round there so you knew where to go. So you can see the track. It comes round here, and then here you do the 4 times, and then you do 7 times, and then here you do 4 times, and then 6 times, 12 times, and then you finish and you've raced around the clock. You can reuse this, and you could put another number in here, and you could use the inside track if you wanted to, okay, or the outside track of it and put some more on, save paper. And it doesn't matter, we're not going to stick these in, or keep, well, you can if you want to actually, if you want to do that, and or you want to print out another copy or copy another one, make your own one up. Let's have a look at another one now. And we've got the 8, so let's drop out those 5's, and we do 2 times 8 is 16, 8 times 10, 80, 1 times 8, 8, 9 8's, oh, it didn't do it, that one, did it? 9 8's are 72. Mrs. Ludlow knows her tables. But there's still ones that I think, oh my goodness, it's usually in the 7's, 8's and 9's, I'm not bad. 7's and 8's, and I remember my dad working relentlessly with my 6's. I could not get my 6 times table, and we used to do he used to draw a clock for me, and I used to be able to go 1 times that it, and I'd put the answers in, and then he'd test me and I would get them wrong, and I spent hours. I mean, the man had some patience. Yeah, my daddy, oh my goodness me, lots of patience. Yeah, so you don't forget them, and you don't, and you remember them. I do remember my 6's. I know really quickly. I should have kept going with the 7s with him as well. I think he'd had enough by then. So here we go. We've got a 3, mastering the multiples of the 3 times table. And if you've got your 3 times table, you can double it. And you've got your 6 as well. Oh, how exciting. And I've put a little Pokemon, I can't remember what he is. A Vi something or other. Oh, I don't know. Although I put a set of cards up here, there's a reason for that. You will need a dice. You don't need 2 dice. You can play with 1 and roll it twice. And you need some counters, okay? And you can just use scraps of paper or anything. You don't need to. Nobody needs to go and buy anything. You could use, pennies or just something to use as a counter. And you throw the dice. You add you generate a number, okay? And you generate 2 numbers. So you can do that with a little stack of cards. If you take out the numbers, well, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And you shuffle them about, and if you take them from each of the 4 suits, you've got quite a few there to work with. Turn them upside down and take one off the top and then another one, and you've generated your numbers. Okay. It doesn't matter how you generate them. You could put lots of little scraps of paper with 1 to 6 on into a little bowl and just randomly screw them up, and then randomly pick them out, and you've got a number generator. So you then get your 2 numbers, you add them together. Supposing I got a 5 and a 3, that gives me 8. Okay, then I multiply that by 3, so 3 8s are 24. I can now cover up the 24 with one of my counters. Okay, and then the second person does the same. If they happen to get 18, then they can put theirs on there, and then I can have another go. And if maybe I get the 9, the idea is you get 4 in a row of your own. But if I now generate 6, so if I roll a 2 and a 4, and I do 6 times 3 and I get 18, I can bump off my opponent's 18 counter and put my own one there. You can bump them. I like that. That's quite good. You can bump, but if then it goes into doubles, and you can read that on there. But I love the idea of being able to bump somebody off there. Yeah, I like it. Not that I'm competitive at all. So there we go. That's a nice one for you. And again, that's one of those ones where if you want to put the answers round a grid and make your own up for another number, that would be great. This is a cool challenge today, and it's 2s, 5s and 10s practice, okay, and that is shown as step 1 on the school website. Okay, this is step 2, so this is a sheet that pretty much most people would be able to do or have a go at. And there's 60 questions on here, so it's quite a chunky piece of work. Just work through it, get them accurately answered, and they will, from that you'll be able to tell which ones you need to practice. That's the idea of this, is if there's ones that you know really quickly, that's fine. It's good to know that you know them, but the idea of this is to work on the ones that you're not sure of. Okay. So now what? This is step 3, and there's some division facts in here, and there's also facts from the 6 times tables and the 7 times 8 tables, and tables that we haven't done an awful lot on. I think I've tried to sort of move some of those. I've tried not to put too many that we haven't done already. Oh, look, going backwards. So have a little go at those. And then if you get a chance to, there are some links to some safe websites. I've had a look at them, and this one is a skip counting, so this would be a cool challenge, and it's really quite sweet. The bubbles come along, you choose which ones you want to work on. The bubbles come along, you pop them. You can see I've popped one there, and the 72 is about to drop down into this one. This was my 8 times table, this one I was practicing on. And I was really bad at kept missing the treasure chests. But you have to watch out for this because there's some sharks there as well, and it really made me jump. Oh my goodness me, it was quite funny. My daughter, who was watching me, was killing herself laughing because so that was very rude. And then after that you get one where you then skip count up from the lowest number. So this one, you pop the 12, this wasn't the 8s, this was the 4s I had to go at, 12, 12, 16, 20, and you pop them in order when they're floating around, so that's quite good. And there's 2 more. There's Super Maths Bowling. There's lots of activities on there that you can choose from, and the more you get right with these, the more accurate your bowling becomes. So if you keep getting them wrong, you don't get a very good accurate shot. Okay, so it's better to be really accurate, but you've got a time limit on those as well. And then this was very lovely. I love playing this. It is Tommy's Trek. It's like a platform game, and it took me a while to get used to what you actually have to do. You run along, and it gives you a sum here, and you have to find that one, and then you bounce up. You do use your directionals, and you jump up, and you land on the number. And then it tells you what else to do, and there's little portholes you go in, and it's good fun, and you can generate lots of points for that, and you can go on the leaderboard if you want to. So that was great. So today, I hope you can feel how enthusiastic I am about this. If you're in class, obviously we haven't got access to laptops or stuff in class, but you can do these at home. They are on the school website under the home learning, so they're going to be there for a while. You don't have to do all the challenges today. You just get on with as much as you can so that you are recalling those facts and practicing them. Choose your step challenge. I would like you to do some of those big sheets, okay, the 30 for the call and the 60 sheets for step 2 or step 3, just so that you have a bit of downtime and really concentrate on those. And with those tricky ones, write them down, make a silly song about it. My daughter had them written out. We put them on the stairs, and we had her jumping up and down on them because she was a very active little person, and it did make quite a difference. Although, just be careful you don't fall down because there was a few slip-ups there. So playing on the stairs, not always a great idea. But it worked for her, okay, and also testing her. I used to test her in the car, just double check everything, and she was like me. She took a very long time to learn them, okay. But whatever strategy you can think of and you can practice, be as creative as you like. Show me some pictures with your creativity with this as well. That would be amazing, and have some fun doing this, okay. So good luck with that, and get those times table facts sorted. Okay, bye for now.